Hello everyone, welcome to the Ink Storm. It's Inque here. And life's about to get interesting. So, we have our shipyard back here producing stuff to deal with the fairly significant incoming forces we have everywhere. Arvada 3 has been recolonized and upgraded, so we need to get its tactical capacity back up to spec, so we can start getting some better defenses there. Haley is looking okay, but we do have a pretty large fleet coming in to Xerxes. We've got a big mass of sabers on Akiras coming towards Arvada. Boop, boop, boop. What else do we want to do? We could drop a shipyard down, that might be a good idea, but I think what we're probably going to do is go ahead and grab the next rank of structural integrity for our starbase, and worry about the rest later. For the moment, we do have our Enslaver class on the way, that's nearly finished.
It's just beginning.
I just did. Alrighty, so this baby. 20,000 shields, 9,000 hull.
Whom shall we
This
destroy?
is one of the biggest and scariest capital ships in the game, ignoring the Borg fleet. We have adaptive shields, opening a salvo,
Now we have them.
modulated
Give me a targeting
polarons,
solution.
and victory is life. Yep. Okay then. Well, our ship is... Yep, it's already headed to Haley, so it'll rejoin our main fleet over there.
Whom
For the
shall we
moment,
destroy?
the Feds are attacking Arvada. Let me just zoom out a bit so I can run here and get some more ships producing to reinforce this fleet here. Gonna go with a mob of virulence. I do want to get some more Barcus for the on-site heals. And then we are going to mob up on Dominators.
Not enough crew.
Lovely. Okay, this will take a little time to produce because we only have the single shipyard built here. Yes, because this place has penalties. So that's pretty much our limit on what we can do with it. Let's move our Romulan there, might as well. Any other upgrades here? No, we've just got some planet exploration, which we do actually have which is actually cheaper these days. And we do actually have some other upgrades we can do, so let's go ahead and start working on some more defensive stuff. And that's just about flatlined our economy, but we've used up all of our population.
Whom shall we destroy?
So I think that's probably not a bad investment at this point.
Victory is life.
Oh boy, okay, so shields on Nistan Bur are just about down.
Enemy ships detected.
It is being reinforced by the Arnor station, which helps, but I'm just going to be a little bit careful with that. This has got some serious shield regen on it at the moment, between the native restoration and what the Nor station is providing. But they're still wearing through it. On the other hand, they are losing ships.
Victory is life.
Let's see. Yeah, we do have a full set of defense squadrons here.
Whom shall we destroy?
We may want to just drop the Kalan bombers and go for pure Horde fighters, but I guess we will see. But yeah, they're moving forwards, and they're just getting eaten by my main set of turrets at this point, so not super worried about that. We are going to go for... We are finally going to upgrade and grab hangar defenses, because I think having those available will be useful. I'm going to drop that back here so it's a little bit out of the way. But we have all the defenses just murdering them at this point. And they have just a couple of Akiras left, and they have nowhere near enough firepower to deal with them. Okay. So that is all of our tactical slots used up for the moment we can get augmented defense grid to get even more turrets down, which I think we're probably going to need. In the meantime, do we have anything else going on? These guys hate us, no big surprises. And we are doing pretty well here, so...
Whom shall we destroy?
Still haven't offered us any of their special technology, but... it'll happen eventually, or it won't. We'll see. Can I have more than one of these? More than one of any given pact. Fair enough. Okay. I don't particularly care about giving the Klingons stuff anyway. There's a single Akira coming through here. Yeah, you're not good. You're probably gonna regret that. I'm just saying.
Get me a targeting solution.
Meantime, other stuff we can build. I kind of want to drop another
Whom shall we destroy?
to get some more culture going on. So let's drop an orbital transporter array. Just really focus that down. Speaking of which, Dominion Affairs. Let's work on a little bit more culture for the extra mitigation bonus apart from anything else. And I also want to start doing some exploration. So let's go ahead and drop some of that. Alright. Alright, so what do we have over here? We have 20 Mirandas, handful of other ships.
Research complete.
Like, that's not a particularly scary force, to be honest. Our Enslaver is still on the move because these things are not fast, not even slightly fast. And if they were, then they would be a colossal problem, but as it is, it's okay. Let's see, I think we probably want to do modulated polarons. But then we are going to go ahead and buy some upgrade ranks. And then at some point we are also going to want to get another capital ship. We're going to need to get a population boost in order to get that underway. But I think we can make that happen.
Station complete.
How are we doing here?
Station complete.
Yep, ships are producing nicely. We have... Let's see, we've got double orbital. Oh wait, no, we've got an ore station and we've got an orbital transporter array. That's why it's used up all the slots.
Whom shall we destroy?
Alright, I'm not actually sure where my best trade route is anymore. That's their territory. Okay, it's apparently there. I'm not sure how that is, but... Let's see, we've got a North station there, we've got a North station there. We have one here. We have one here. But we don't have one here, is probably what it is. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of bounty on us. That's a thing. We should get some more defenses going here, because we are a little short on them. Just go ahead and get all that we can fit, basically, which isn't a huge amount, but it'll do. We do not have augmented defense grid yet, but we will shortly. We do have our hangar bay, which doesn't have anything special about it, but it'll do. We're going to go ahead and just mob up on Horde fighters. Because the Kalan is nice, but I think we're probably going to get more value out of Horders.
Whom shall we destroy?
Let's see if I can find... Here we go. So, the Kalan bomber has 15 pulse weapon damage. Compared to the Horder, which has 4 polaron damage. So, the Kalan bombers are much more consistent, but the Horders have that nasty little suicide power. Lovely, we actually have our Enslaver has joined the main fleet. That's a big ship. Right, we're going to go with adaptive shields, because we do want this thing to not die anytime soon. That would be kind of a letdown if it did. Okay, we're still producing Barkas, but we're on to our Dominators at this point. Economy's looking good. Let's go ahead and get the next rank. So massive white production, looking good. Okay, things to do. Let's see, we don't actually have any military research going on at the moment, so we should probably work on that. Let's realize that's phaser research, which it's not that we don't care about it, but we've got other things to worry about. Let's go ahead and work on advanced polaron phasing. And then we do want to grab Born to Fight at some point. Which we can actually do if we trade some resources around. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. And that will mean we will get a lot of XP on our capital ships really quickly. So that'll be nice. We've got more incoming over here. How are we looking?
Whom shall we destroy?
This place is not as repaired as I would like. We have capped out our physical defenses. We do have construction shells moving in to repair this thing. It could be worse, but yeah, we'll have to see how this goes.
Now we have them. Give me a targeting solution.
Other things we can do, we can boost up the high capacity conduits. I think we probably want to do is
Whom shall we destroy?
regenerative shielding,
Ship upgrade complete.
which we're going to need some research for, which is up here. We'll get that soon enough. Just look at all of our Latinum income, it's kind of crazy.
Now we have them. Get me a targeting solution.
Yeah, you can see that starbases have a pretty massive range. It's firing its phasers even all the way over there, which is something. Let's go ahead and grab the shield redundancy. Let's see, opening a salvo.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Research complete.
Kronos is being attacked. Wait. Oh, Kronos is not necessarily the actual Klingon homeworld. I don't know where Kronos is. Let's see. Epsilon West, Atbar. That's one of mine. Alora. I don't actually know what they're talking about. Oh well. Fleet is on the move. We've just got a few Dominators left to come through. Shield redundancy is underway.
Complete.
They have a small fleet, but okay, they're moving into range now, but yeah, you can see the extended extended torpedo volleys going off. That is a lot of torpedoes. Okay, all of those torpedo salvos coming off the Akiras are definitely hurting, but they've not actually broken this thing's shields. And we've got all of our fighters are just running rampant. Most of theirs are gone, and these guys are still under attack from my plasma torpedoes. So we've beaten this back quite nicely.
Shall we destroy?
And this time,
Enemy ships detected.
okay, we do actually have space for another defense of some kind here. I'm actually tempted to go for a second hangar defense. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that back there. I may come to regret this, but I think it could work out, so let's go ahead and mob up on Horde fighters. Get plenty of those going. Over here we have our last ship produced. Okay, we do have a few pirates who came through to here. This place is not amazingly defended, but it is somewhat defended. I'm going to drop a hangar defense back here.
Whom shall we destroy?
Order fighters, and between the existing orbital platforms and the new ones which we're building now, that should handle pirates nicely. And we're looking over here. Same sort of situation. I'm going to drop a hangar defense there and get some more platforms down. Over here, Again, we have a bit of space to work with, so let's go with weapon platforms, like so. Okay, we do want to get some more star bases down. That is definitely going to be a priority.
Shall we destroy?
But for the moment, I think the next job is actually to go on the offense. We have our fleet looking pretty healthy. I'm going to get a rank of opening salvo, and I'm going to grab adaptive shields because we do. This enslaver is a big investment. I would prefer not to lose it.
Station complete.
Born to Fight is coming along slowly. We just got shield redundancy, so let's go ahead and grab that for our starbase. Lovely. Now we can take a look at what that actually looks like in practice later on. For the moment, let's hotkey that fleet and see if we can take Xerxes 7. United movement. How are defenses here? We want to firm that up a bit if we can. Yeah, we've got 20 slots. I'll drop a hangar defense.
We cannot build there. Our planet is being attacked.
Hangar defense.
Station complete.
We're actually draining our tritanium a bit. It's a little worrying.
Whom shall we destroy?
That should hold that nicely. We do want to grab emergency facilities at some point. Trade some resources a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright. And yeah, we did our exploration and nothing much came out of it. So we're just gonna hold back for a moment. And see how this looks
We are all one with the Dominion.
in actual combat.
Now we have them. Get me a targeting solution.
So in total, we have 2 Harbinger, 1 Devastator, 1 Leviathan, 1 Enslaver, 2 Keldon, 10 Barcus, 4 Breen Assault Cruisers, 6 Virulent class cruisers, and 19 Dominator class. That's a pretty nice fleet.
Research complete.
Let's see, we need a lot of trit. We just need to let all of this build up back up a bit.
Station complete.
Because our mineral income is actually kind of in the gutter.
Full speed ahead.
Done what we can to
Shall
boost
we
it up,
destroy?
but there's only so much that can be done in a way. I'm gonna go ahead and get the next rank there. Just a little bit extra for our trit. They have 23 Mirandas and a Centaur. They do have some more ships coming in, but we are going to utterly murder this fleet. Scarce thing they have is a starbase, but as we've already seen, starbases only count for so much. Got a decent mix of elites and just raw damage output here, and that is basically an upgraded starbase. So let's move forwards and see what we can do. Fleet is on the move and staying relatively in formation, which is good because we're kind of heavily dependent on our auras to get the most out of some of these dinky things. Okay, Mirandas are just noping out of there. They do have an ambassador who just showed up. Can we get the pickup on that? Oh. They have a fleet incoming, but they're just coming out of fighting against the Romulans, so they are in no position to take on this fleet. Yeah, they're doing their usual trick of tracked beams everywhere, but it doesn't really help when there's a whole bunch of Dominators just blocking you off.
Whom shall we destroy?
Lovely. Okay. Looking pretty healthy. There goes some more ships. Those Akiras are just getting chewed up. We are going to Let's see, we want to focus fire on that dry dock.
He is wise in all things.
Good lord, I just saw the boosts on that enslaver. Better part of 1,000 damage output. That's kind of terrifying. Alright, Starbase is... we probably shouldn't ignore it, but it's just going to get repairs from the dry dock until we kill that, so priorities. Overall, we have not actually lost any ships. That's kind of the scary thing here. Despite the fact we've got these dinky dominators, which are kind of fragile, nothing lost.
Whom shall we destroy?
Martyrdom. 1,250 damage. Yep, that's a thing. Starbase is half dead already just from splash. Or perhaps I should say multi-targeting. Starbase is down. Alright, commence bombardment of the planet. I forget what the actual bombardment damage for the Enslaver Colossus is. Let's find out quickly. Slaver class. It's actually
shall we destroy?
About equivalent. Devastator has the highest, but it doesn't make a great deal of difference one way or the other. Let's get some Horde fighters going there. Yep, we are in fact capped out on our pacts. We could offer all of this stuff, but I don't super care. I'm going to offer it to the Romulans, because I want to try and encourage them to take this stuff and give it to me. Alright, here we go. This is going to be the threat. That is a sizable fleet.
Whom shall we destroy?
That's a lot of Mirandas, but I think I can handle it.
We're under fire.
Yep, torpedoes coming through. Cool. So priorities. I need 2 Kelvis fabricators. I want to drop one here, and I want to drop one here. And then the next target is going to be Allura 2. That's going to be a big deal. It will give me a bunch of dilithium.
One less gnat to bother us.
Lovely. We've taken Xerxes 7. Does this place have any bonuses? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Enemy ships detected.
Zera 4. Where's Zera 4? That's this one down here. Okay. Which is actually kind of in trouble. I didn't notice how much damage we'd taken down here. I'm pretty sure the Starbase can fight this off, but we need to get things up and running again. Wow. Okay then. Yeah, you gotta. Minion defenses might be terrifying, but they can be broken through if you put enough effort into it. Yep, we have all the upgrades, so I'm not sure why it just failed so horrifically, but okay, we need Will of the Founders.
Whom shall we destroy?
Okay, and we are actually kind of threat-starved for getting this place up and running again, which is a problem. But we do still have our starbase, which is still looking very healthy, so that's something.
Enemy ships detected.
Incidentally, how are we looking over here? We do in fact now have regenerative shields. 50 shields restored per second. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Oh, hello.
We are all one.
Okay, so we don't actually have any defenses up here yet. We're going to need them.
Station complete.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the logistics capacity upgrade.
Now get me a targeting solution.
Okay, and get a North station up.
Whom shall we destroy?
If we can get that up, then the shields will. The shields and antimatter boosts will be nice for keeping this fleet together. They have a lot of ships. Nothing massively scary. They they're mostly relying on the Mirandas, which functionally are not that much better than the Dominator. And my Dominators are getting silly bonuses, so...
Get me a targeting solution.
Yeah, we're definitely going to lose some ships here. But the core capital ship fleet and my cruiser line are going to take a fearsome toll on this. You can see we're slowly losing Dominators. We've lost 6 so far. We can just watch the Mirandas just vanishing. Oh, there's our Enslaver doing its Polaron spread. Oh, we have some ranks to spend. Lovely. Domestic intelligence.
Shall we destroy?
Get another rank of fleet command. And enforced loyalty. Yep. We've taken some damage, but not nearly enough. We have some more ships coming in, so I'm actually going to pull back to my North station so we can get the shield regen aura. Just check on the range on that. It's fairly long, but we do want to get back inside it. I'll definitely boost my survivability up a fair amount. In the meantime, we should start getting our
Whom shall we destroy?
power generators up.
Our planet is being attacked.
There we go. There's our initial ring of satellites.
We are all wild.
Total, we lost 9 Dominator class. And they're just bugging out. They want nothing more to do with this. In the meantime, we have 2 Kelphus Fabricators here.
Ready.
Which is good, we do actually want one here, right here.
Go.
I'm actually going to pull this one back to build here.
Full speed ahead.
So you should do that. And this one,
Yes, Commander.
800, 200, 175, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop that right there.
Go.
We are all
Okay.
wild.
Shields are coming back nicely. We are in pretty good shape. Once these defenses are in place, then we will have something nice. In the meantime, yeah, the Romulans are not doing well.
Whom shall we destroy?
Then we might need to focus in and try and get some things going as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and get all of that up. I want to drop some more culture. And then back here, because this is still my best place for building capital ships.
Whom shall we destroy?
Yeah, that's my territory. It might be quicker to build them for my home world, but whatever. What do we want? I think the priority is actually going to be more Harbingers, because these are my most direct combat ships. And doubling up on other things probably isn't going to do a huge amount for me unless... I might possibly want to go for Devastators, because they are much tougher. And they've got a fair amount of damage output, but Harbinger is also cheaper. So I'm going to go Harbinger. Triple Harbinger.
Whom shall we destroy?
Okay, fleet is pretty much back to full strength. I am missing...
Station complete.
I do need to work on my support ships, so I'm actually going to come back here to build some more Dominators.
Station complete.
There we go. Okay. So 6 Dominators and a
Whom shall we
Harbinger.
destroy?
This place is actually vulnerable, so I'm going to go straight for it. Draw engine power.
Enemy ships detected.
Okay, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what just how much the AI actually uses the boost and draw engine power things of its own accord, but I mean they're working pretty nicely as ships go, so I'm not super worried.
It's just beginning.
Okay, they do have a Defiant running around here. I wonder if it's the same Defiant that's been harassing that area for forever.
Founder,
It's possible.
it's an honor to be summoned to your presence.
Let's go modulated polarons.
Engage engines.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go changeling observations.
Whom shall we destroy?
To be able to observe things under my culture, which is the next upgrade after that, is circumstantially useful. Let's go with that. Okay, they have a mere 10 Mirandas here.
Station complete.
So we're going to commence the assault on this planet, which is basically nothing. And that will be the end for this episode, I think.
Founder, it's an honor to be summoned to your presence.
Lovely.
Whom shall we destroy?
Fleet has arrived.
Station complete.
Yeah, I mean, once we start looking into getting even more capital ships, then we'll probably start double leveling up on stuff like my Leviathans and Devastators. Possibly a second Enslaver. I mean, the thing is, this is a really nice ship, but it doesn't actually do a huge amount in its own right.
The founder is
They have basically nothing going on here, so I'm going to go ahead and just tell my capital ships to commence the bombardments.
Whom shall we destroy?
Stinky fleet of Mirandas will die in seconds. Oh yeah, you can see weapon damage output, weapon cooldown.
Station complete.
It's definitely used draw engine power.
From the Klingon Empire.
Station complete.
You offering me a thing? You are Klingon propulsion technology. Yes, please.
Reinforcements are
Let's see. What does that unlock for me? Cloak and countermeasures.
Whom shall we destroy?
We're under fire.
It's Klingon combat systems. Klingon tactical thrusters. Here we go. Gonna go ahead and grab that now. Just because I do want to. The moment they offer me stuff, I want to take it. Is basically how it goes. Because I have no idea when that might go away. But this is getting bombed to hell. They clearly did not expect this place to be taken, because there's very little in the way of defences here. And this is an interesting point, because I can now take all of this if I want to.
Station complete.
All of this territory is basically undefended. I have a ground wall here actually. I'm going to send it through here and see if I can
Whom shall we
do some
destroy?
sneaky caps on these space junk asteroids.
Station complete.
Allura 2
One less
is
gnat to bother
pretty much
us.
taken. Wow. Okay, the orbital transport array is now finally being constructed. That's why
Enemy ships
we're actually losing the culture war there, but it won't be for long. Counter-colonized because hostile culture is just too strong. Yeah, I know.
Our planet is being attacked.
04.
Whom shall we destroy?
That's worrying. But no, that's fine. Starbase is pretty much back at full strength. Everything else is looking good. We have lost a turret, but we can rebuild that. I'm gonna drop a hangar defense. Let's jam it in there. And queue up some more turrets. And just get some Horde fighters queued up here as well. They're trying, bless them. They're trying so hard. But yeah, you're not taking this place. Not now. That has a lot of tactical slots, actually. And another logistics slot, which I've just never used. I probably did at one point, but then never used it again. So we're going to go... Can we squeeze? No, we can't squeeze it. We can drop an orbital transporter right there. That will do, I think. So how are we doing overall? Lead for colonization, second for search, third for culture. Defense and elite ships are top, and my economy is undisputed. These are numbers I like to see. Still cannot colonize, but we do have our
Station complete.
we do have our
Whom shall we
culture generation
destroy?
here.
Yes, it better be over soon.
Probably work on this a bit more. Now until death. Let's go from now until death. So we've got our Harbinger there, and we've got our Dominator fleet coming through as well to reinforce. Good, good. So, in the next episode, oh, there we go. There's the culture vanishing. I've got so many capital ships just sitting here, along with the culture pressure coming through, that this is not going to last long. I do need to drop some upgrades on this place. Primarily, let's go structural integrity, because that is really squishy as it stands. So yes, in the next episode, we're going to get Allura to colonized, and then we're going to start clearing people out along this chain
We're
here.
under fire.
Do you want to do that, or do we want to start completing the ring?
We are all one.
Draw engine power, please. There's decisions to be made there.
Station
This will
complete.
be a nice and easy way to boost up my economy through the roof. Gonna get a lot of asteroids. This is the Class M, so we're gonna get a lot from that as well. But the flip side is, if we go down here, that'll really start breaking the back of the Federation lines, and that will indirectly help the Romulans in their fight against the Klingons. Let's see, we have our Klingon propulsion tech, which is nice.
Station complete.
We've given them all of this stuff. They've not given us access to any of this, which makes me sad. But they're probably just a little resource starved. So that's the thing. Ships are moving through. And we are in a good spot overall. So, yes, one way or the other, next episode, there will be murdering of the Federation. And then eventually we'll be looking at taking on the Klingons, which will be the scary one.
Reinforcements are coming.
But the Klingons are less powerful than they might look. Yeah, the main question is, can the Romulans actually hold out for long enough? That is really the question. Because as I've said before, I don't really want to be in a position where I'm taking on two forces at once.
It is an honor to be summoned.
Oh, hello. Alright, so we have another rank on the ship
It
here.
is an honor to be summoned.
Glory to the founders, please. Yeah, looking good.
Founder. It is an honor to
And
be
we can
summoned.
get Allura 2 colonized. So until next time, folks, stay safe.